Yeah, so we've known since about 2018 that we're going to have to make some changes to our wastewater system. For as long as I know, we've operated a lagoon system, which is very, very cheap to operate. It practically doesn't require the staff involvement at all. It's all natural processes. Waste goes in one side, comes out a few months later, and is discharged. The problem, and it's a problem with a lot of small cities now, is the regulations are catching up with us, and we're discharging too much ammonia, too much phosphorus into our streams. It's coming out of our lagoon system. That's something that we can't, we just basically can't treat for. So we have to look at a mechanical wastewater treatment plant option. Like I said, we've been working on this since about 2018, or we've known since 2018. There's been multiple studies. We've looked at different options. At one point, we were exploring a regional option with City of Pittsburgh. It didn't seem like it was cost effective to do that. And so we've been focusing on our own wastewater treatment facility since then. The big issue, of course, is the funding. We're going from a very economic lagoon system right now to a facility that's going to cost somewhere around $1.2 million a year just to pay off a loan to build a facility. That doesn't include operation and maintenance on top of that. We know we have limited options, again, as a small town. We don't want to burden our residents more than we have to. Really, the only funding options we have is our user rates on our sewer system, and then the other option that we came up with is a sales tax. Sales tax that we had proposed, 0.75%, could raise somewhere around $600,000 to $700,000 a year, which will make a significant dent in building a wastewater facility. We're still going to have to raise user rates anyway. With the sales tax, we can probably get away with somewhere around $20 increase over the next 6 to 7 years. That's not $20 at once. It's going to be a modest increase, hopefully more manageable for our people, especially those on fixed income that have a hard time making ends meet anyway. Without a sales tax, we're expecting more like a $50 increase over the next 6 to 7 years, which is a much bigger burden. But we just want to put it out there for the voters and our residents to decide which way they want to fund. We don't have an option at this point. We have to build a facility. State of Kansas is making sure that it's done and it's done correctly. So really the option or the question now is how we're going to fund it.
And where's it going to be located at?
The new facility is going to be located about a half a mile north and east of the current lagoons on West McKay Street. Situated basically behind the businesses that are on the highway.
Kind of across from Town and Country.
Across from Town and Country, about a quarter to a half mile into the field back there.
Now, if you're, part of the reasons you raise the sewer rates is to pay your loan.
Right.
Do you foresee perchance those sewer rates coming back down once the loan is paid?
I'm hoping so, because once we're in compliance with the ammonia and phosphorus limits, we do have agreement with the state for $2 million in loan forgiveness. So while it's a $21 million loan that we have to take out, that reduces it by $2 million. We have some other private commitments from Sugar Creek Packing, which is near our current lagoon site, which could save us another $4 to $5 million. So in the end, we're hoping that it's going to cost significantly less, and then we can go back to the state. We can get new terms on our loan. Hopefully they'll be much better, and then we can adjust rates from there.
And what are some of the most common questions you have from the public?
Really, people were just confused as to how much we were going to raise. Like I said, we have a lot of people that are on fixed income. They have a big problem with just a few dollars a month, and this is a big shock to a lot of our residents. So we just want to make sure that people know that we've exhausted all of our options. We've studied this significantly for many, many years, and you know, we're doing the best that we can with the requirements that we have from the state of Kansas.
Yeah. There seems to be a lot of confusion between 75% and 0.75% in the sales tax. You want to clarify that?
Yeah, so we've gotten that question. Somebody thought that it looked like it was more like 75% sales tax. It's actually a 3/4%. Right now, the city has 1.5% goes to the city. This will be just another 3/4% on top of that. So it's not a 75% increase. It's a 3/4%.
So it's 3/4 of a penny.
Correct.
Is there any other things you want to hit real quick?
Just want to make sure that people know that we're open for any questions. We've tried to be very transparent. We've discussed this a lot at the city council meetings. So everybody's welcome to come to city council meeting. We meet on the 2nd and 4th Wednesday of every month at 6:30 p.m. Anybody is welcome to come and ask questions and speak and you know, let us know what you think.
And when is the election?
The election is March the 3rd. There was a little bit of confusion because the polling station typically is at the Sacred Heart Parish Hall. There was a conflict this year, and so after the pamphlets went out on the water bill telling people about the election, we had to move it to the Frontenac Senior Center. So it's on North Crawford at the Frontenac Senior Center.
And if this passes, it takes effect when?
If it passes, I believe it takes effect July 1st.
And if it doesn't pass, what are your...
If it doesn't pass, then the council needs to meet again, and we're going to have to discuss how we're going to raise the money through the rates.
It would be solely based on...
It would be solely based on rates. Yeah.
Okay, and that could be, I think, what was it, like $7 or $80?
Something like, it would probably top out about $85 a month, and that's just the sewer bill. It doesn't include the water bill. But again, that's not all at once, but without a sales tax, it will have to be more abrupt. And
So it's a gradual.
right.